welcome to my channel. I am Manaka and this is my channel Manaka. I thought I would take out the few minutes that I have to myself to speak on it. So the generator story time is still going. I don't know if I'm actually gonna say a story time now. Probably might as well. So today's story time, I wasn't actually going to do a story time today, but I think today's story time, it's fitting for me to speak on how I manifested my dream job. The dream job that I didn't know I needed or I wanted. So my last story, I think it was about where I worked, be in the gap that I had between working for Afrios the first time where I was in support and the second time. So this story specifically, I'm not going to talk about how I came back. I'm just going to talk about how I moved. So I came back to AfriHost in 2016. I did support for 2 years and then I manifested my dream job. So when I first started in this company, I had told the people that were in my training team which department I wanted to go to and why. So in training they asked us in 2014 which department we'd like to go to. I said branding, and that's because I believe I'm a creative being. I am a creative person, and anything in branding I believe I could do, and yes I can. Not tooting my own horn, but why shouldn't I, so cool. After the 2 years of doing support, hell, fire, absolute hell. But I mean, it does teach you a lot of things, especially how to interact and speak and communicate and calm yourself down, especially in times where people are swearing at you. So cool. And so back in 2014, I had started speaking to the manager that I wanted to be in a department with. And the reason why I wanted to be working with him specifically was actually because of interior design. So I studied interior design in 2012. I did a short course in interior design and I actually came out at the top of my class. That I will probably have to make it a whole story by itself. And then I started my interior design blog in 2016. And then I also was trying to do vlogs where I was showing people spaces and places where you can find affordable and beautiful things for your home, like the tiles, lighting, fixtures, decor and all of that. That did fall away, and I think that had to do more with the fact that I was trying to do too many things at once. And as a generator, yes, you can do a lot of things at once, but you do need to refine what it is that you're doing before you start anything else. So yes, you can have ideas, but there will be that one thing that pulls you in the most. Like right now for me, the one thing that pulls me in the most is obviously my 9 to 5, Mihlaro Organics, which is my herbalism company, as well as Luna's Sunflower, which is my human design company. So I specifically wanted to get into interior design, right? And he had explained to me, the manager had explained to me that there wasn't necessarily going to be a lot of interior design projects because that's not what AfriHost is about. We don't redecorate a lot. So I was like, no, it's cool. I still want to move into this department because I believe I would learn a lot, and learn a lot I did. I started as brand admin and as well as operations. I would say brand admin and operations facilities admin, sort of. So I basically dealt with assembly, I basically dealt with admin, I dealt with facilities, your air cons, your coffee machines, some of the suppliers that we use in our company as well, and that's basically what I do right now as I shifted away from brand admin. And I also did something that we are preparing for today, which is our end of year party. And in my other video, I'm pretty sure I've said it, where I said I've always wanted to do events management. I've always wanted to have an events company. And the company that I tried to start was called Aurora Events. And you know what, I believe it would have went really well if I just kept on at it, because as a generator, we are not supposed to quit. We are supposed to keep pushing, especially if it's something that we love and we enjoy. We're supposed to keep pushing because eventually it will work out. It's almost like a trial and error, but trial and error is specifically for 3 and 6 lines. But it does also apply to generators, because we are not supposed to quit. We're supposed to keep pushing. And the thing is, I was still in a space where I kept quitting. I was still in a space where I still needed to uplift myself and allow myself to believe in myself again. So that was where I think the shift happened. I needed to get to a point where I started really believing in myself, really surrounding myself with people who believed in me, and I'm not saying that I never had people who believed in me. It's just there's so much happening when you're younger that the intentional belief is so difficult to notice. Like, as much as you might have people believing in you when you were a child, when you were a teen, when you were a young adult, and I'm not saying I'm not a young adult right now, but I mean, the 20s are so different to the 30s. I'm gonna keep saying this shit. So cool, I got the chance to do events, and like I said in my previous video, I did actually do what's it called, the weddings, right? And then I got to a point where I ended up doing I got here and manifested this job, right? And mind you, I'm actually really fucking good at my job. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think my first video, when I talked about the other job that I really wanted and I didn't get it, I think that's what kind of hurt me the most, because I know I am actually fucking good at my job, and I've been told that I'm fucking good at my job, you know, and that it's kind of, it's worrying and a bit scary when you get into a space that's new and you know that the person can see absolutely everything that's possible with you, but then they don't take you. Anyway, so cool. I did my first event, and you know, I believe it actually went well. I believe that I'm really good at working with my sacral, and I've always been good at working with my sacral. I just think there's sometimes people that I can work with, like I might work with, who don't notice that my sacral, my intuition is more powerful than anything you could ever say to me. And the more I believe it is, the more I push for it. It's the more I try my best to not even try look at the way you want me to do something. I will listen to what you're saying and take that information, because it is coming into my aura. So yeah, I was saying that I tend to follow my gut instinct more these days in terms of the tasks that I want to do. So wherever my energy is pushing me towards, or my excitement is pushing me towards, that's what I will do first, basically. But yeah, tomorrow I'll see if I can put this all in one video, because I usually just do a short video for my artsy interiors TikTok page, but I will try to see if I can put everything into this YouTube video as well. The start up of how it looked before and the after, and then I'll try to see if I can also do a sit down video of how I felt about it. But so far so good. I mean, there are a few things that did go a bit wrong, but the things that went wrong weren't particularly our fault. It's suppliers. And I have this theory that people are doing the jobs that they don't like. So we are in jobs that we don't like, and because majority of the world is either a generator or manifesting generator, I think we aren't moving according to our sacral responses, and that usually means we're more likely to make mistakes or do things half-heartedly or do things wrong or incorrectly. So I think I've been really lucky to be able to actually be a part of the team that actually plans the end of your party. And yeah, it's been exciting to see the way it comes out and how people get excited to see you and stuff like that during the party and stuff like that. So I think that's the one thing that I can say I'm really happy about in terms of my journey here where I work. And I think the other things I really love about my job would be the stuff that I've learned to be able to do, like assemble gifts, like really put in a high caliber type of energy into a gift instead of just wrapping something. And I think, from my perspective, I think it shows in what I've been able to produce in terms of my products. It's not exactly where I want it to be, but I think that you can see the skills. I've also been able to learn about first aid, fire marshalling, I know that's not a word, and facilities. So I've done a lot, and I think I will share that with you guys soon, but this was specifically just to say, yeah, it's a very interesting time. Getting emotional because who knows if I'll still be here next year, but you know what, we always push ourselves to be better at every step.